But this was a doctor who's now suing a patient for $1 million because she gave a really bad review on Yelp. So I guess you got to be careful, but you're right. What do you think?
Yeah, but who leaves the reviews on Yelp anyways? You do? Really?
Sometimes do.
I never do. I feel like a lot of the people who routinely leave reviews on Yelp are ridiculous and very, very picky. They'll be like, the service was great.
So. The doctor
the
didn't think so.
atmosphere was great. The food was great, but the free bread was stale. 1 star.
I've done TripAdvisor.
This is a doctor,
stuff like that.
Though. This is a doctor who doesn't like the way it was characterized.
I'm reading it.
You're complaining about maybe the people that are writing it, but I read it too. I'm just too lazy to write anything.
I've got too much other things going on.
Study came out, 49% of people said they won't go to a business if they read the reviews and it's below 4 stars. So I think the doctor in this case has a right to want to maintain what's being said on the reviews, especially if it was not factual. If it was not factual.
Yeah, but how does this, to me, it seems like this kills this entire industry of Yelp and TripAdvisor and the other health grades, because aren't people going to be afraid to leave honest? It's one thing, yes, if people leave negative, completely egregious things. But if someone leaves something that's truthful, I didn't have a good time, Neil, I went to see you, whatever, and then all of a sudden your retort is or recourse is to just sue me, and she's, what is it, for like $1 million?
Yeah, that seems, $1 million seems like quite a bit.
It's PR. We're talking about him right now. This doctor, his face is in all of these advertisements. He's getting free airtime to the millions of viewers that are watching.
Well, people want to go to him, though.
But maybe.
You don't think that people have to be thinking, my gosh, I better be careful what I say because I want to write something critical.
This has been going on for some time, though. He's not the first person to sue somebody that's written a negative review. It's just, this is there was a chimney company in 2016 that went after a woman.
The famous chimney company.
It's an example. There's examples. Just not as good as this one that's worth $1 million.
Okay.
I don't know how women will be, how do you trust going back to this guy, because if you say something, he's an OBGYN.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just go back and you're worried to say anything.
We're not going to go there. All right, our files are, President Trump has been making a lot of controversial pardons lately between Blagojevich, Martha Stewart, and on and on. What do you make of it? Does it take note?
I don't have a problem with any of these pardons necessarily, but I think if he's going to be pardoning people, he needs to pardon Matthew Charles. I don't know if all of you have heard this story, but this guy that was out for 2 years, he had a steady job, steady girlfriend, volunteering at a food pantry every Saturday, and it turns out he was released in error, so they're sending him back for another decade.
I think they already sent him back.
Yeah, they sent him back for another decade.
And they have petitioned him to do that.
Really awful, and I think that if he's going to be pardoning all these people, that there's no one who deserves it more.
In Blagojevich's case, you don't pardon as much as you would commute the sentence. He's serving the 6th year of a 14-year sentence.
I think the White House also needs to be aware of the optics of it. Right now, it looks to many people like Trump is just pardoning people that were on The Apprentice or people that are political, supporting him, political connections. I think it's always a good thing if justice is being served and the president's using their power in a smart way. The Jack Johnson thing.
Power, though.
In 2016 or 2017, right before Obama left, he pardoned Oscar Lopez Riviera, the FALN terrorist who was a convicted domestic terrorist who blew up.
Do we know whether this president's had more than other?
More pardons?
No, at this stage of their presidency.
I'm not sure. It feels like it because everybody's talking about it. But this could be two things. One, him showing that he has the ability to be above the law. And then secondly, if I were Martha Stewart, I'm getting a comeback doing things with Snoop Dogg. I don't necessarily want to remind everybody that I lied in an insider trading case.
What's the point now?
She's already done her time.
Yeah, it was 5 months.
She can't.
Is that expunged from her record? Everyone knows she went to prison.
Everybody, and that poncho she wore, it sold really well.
It did?
Yeah. Oh, it was a knitted poncho.
You have a lot of little details.
I don't know. It seems very hypocritical that people are calling him out on these things, but then, like with, say, Obama doing the FLN terrorist.
Presidents can do it to anyone.
Yeah.
It is a wild power. All right, guys, I want to thank you all very, very much.